If you are a Set 3 EMath student, watch this video. I'm going to save you 4 marks in your WA1. Now, typically when we are asked to sketch quadratic curves, usually people won't get the full mark. And that's simply because you don't have a structured way to tackle this kind of questions. Now, when you are asked to sketch a quadratic curve, one of the things that I always teach my students is my 4-step framework. So the first thing that I'm going to do on my test paper is to write down these 4 steps. Number 1, I'm going to write out what's the shape of the quadratic curve. Now, over here we can see that the coefficient is 1, which is positive. Therefore, I know that the quadratic curve is actually going upwards. Second, I will find out what are the x-intercepts, right? So over here, it's fairly simple to get the x-intercepts. All we need to do is to factorize this quadratic equation first, and we'll get x minus 1, x plus 2, right? And if we allow it to be 0, right, let y be 0, and we solve for it, we get that x is 1 or x is negative 2 over here, right? So these two are our x-intercepts. Next, how about our y-intercept? So here I'm going to find y-intercept. And the way that you find y-intercept is simply just let x be 0 and then you solve for y, right? So when you let x be 0 in the above equation, you get y equals to 0 squared plus 0 minus 2, which is just minus 2 over here. And lastly, this is the point that everyone misses out. It's actually your turning point. So turning point is the most important thing that you always need to find when you're sketching quadratic curves. And how do you find turning point easily without having to complete the square? So the thing that I want you to remember from this video is simply a turning point, right? Let's say the x-intercept here is negative 2 and here is 1. The turning point is actually equidistant from your two intercepts, which means that this distance over here and this distance over here, these two are equal. Now, where exactly is the middle in between 1 and negative 2? We can simply just take negative 2 plus 1 divided by 2, which gives us negative half, right? So over here, we know that this is negative half, and we know that x is just negative 2 plus 1 divided by 2, which is negative half. And then all we need to do is to sub this negative half into the above equation. So y would be negative half square plus negative half minus 2. And we end up with 1/4 minus half minus 2, which is essentially negative 2, and then you get 1 over 4 here, right? So this is your y value. And when we combine these two, our turning point is negative half, negative 2, 1/4. So all in all, when we sketch our quadratic curve, now we have these 4 critical features. We can easily sketch the quadratic curve. And all we need to do is to label them accurately on the graph over here. So I'm just going to draw my x-intercept, y-intercept. So here is negative 2, here is 1, right? And I know that my y-intercept is negative 2 over here, and my turning point is actually here, right? Which is slightly lower, and it occurs at negative 2, 1/4, and this over here corresponds to negative half. So when I eventually sketch this whole thing, my line goes through here, goes through here, goes through here. Okay, and I'm just going to draw it again in purple. Goes through here, goes through here, goes through here, and goes up here, right? I'm just going to adjust the 1 over here and bring it slightly to the left, and at the end I will label the graph. So x squared plus x minus 2. And as long as you follow these 4 steps, these 4 frameworks, you will be able to score the full credit for this style of sketch questions. Okay, so if you want more frameworks just like this, a very structured way to tackle questions and stop guessing whether your answers is correct or not, then I've created a library that teaches you exactly everything from scratch, the whole entire syllabus, including all the basic concepts and how to tackle specific exam question types just like this within the library. So if you want more information, just WhatsApp this number over here and I'll send you a demo link as well as an information kit to provide you more information about the library and also all the other premium services that comes along with the library subscription, and I'll see you on WhatsApp.